One of the more mysterious groups in all of Destiny is the Awoken. This race lives out in the asteroid belt, known to them as the Reef, but there's a lot more than meets the eye. Today we're going to be talking about who are the Awoken. Like we talked about before, centuries before the game's current events, the darkness came to the solar system and forced humanity into a new dark age. This event was known as the Collapse, where we saw a lot of people trying to flee Earth in order to save themselves. From the first moment you start the game, you appear in the Cosmodrome in Old Russia. This was essentially a spaceport where spaceships would come in and take off. You can see the highway reach out for miles, piled with cars that are trying to reach this spaceport in order to flee the darkness. Those massive spherical ships were colony ships, which were filled with people trying to colonize other parts of the solar system in case the darkness wiped out Earth. You can see another failed attempt at colonization on Nessus, where we have the remains of the Exodus Black. One colony ship, the Exodus Green, on its flight away from Earth, got caught in the asteroid belt. It's unclear exactly what happened here, but it's speculated that they were caught in some sort of singularity forged by the competing forces of the light and the dark. The entire ship and all of its passengers awoke in a pocket universe called the Distributary. Reincarnated into new immortal bodies in this paradise universe, the Awoken saw millennia pass by, while Earth only saw centuries because time passed differently in the Distributary. Eventually, Marasov, a prominent influence in the Awoken politics, pushed for a space program to leave the Distributary and go back to the solar system. She, along with other thousands of Awoken, returned to the asteroid belt and settled the Reef, where she was crowned Awoken Queen. Since then, they have fought to maintain their territory from the Fallen in the Reef, and also numerous Awoken have returned to the city to be reintegrated with humanity. Now there's a distinction between Reef-born Awoken, who are a bit more standoffish and independent, and city-born Awoken, who are fully part of humanity just as any other species. The extent of the Awoken's terrain and power is still not really fully known to us. In our time in the game, we visited an outpost in Destiny 1 in the Reef, we visited the Tangled Shore, which is just a bunch of asteroids strewn together, and we visited the Dreaming City, which is sort of a sacred home space for the Awoken Queen. The Dreaming City itself doesn't exactly exist in the same realm as our solar system does. It sits atop a massive disk, and so while the Earth isn't flat, the Dreaming City is. The Awoken Queen, Marasov, is immensely powerful and incredibly respected as well. In the Taken King expansion, she was shown to use her forces to lay waste to Oryx's fleet at the Battle of the Dreadnoughts near Saturn. In this battle, she was thought to have died, though it was revealed later that she lived on in her own personal throne realm. We learned in the Forsaken expansion that she has seen the oncoming darkness and the threat of Savathûn, but it's still unclear what her role will be in the future. Prince Uldren, the brother of Marasov, was actually killed during the Forsaken expansion. Remember how Cayde 6 died? Prince Uldren was the one who killed him, and we may or may not have gotten revenge for doing that. Since that expansion, Uldren was resurrected as a guardian, with no memory of his past life. This can make for some interesting interactions with other characters, because some have grown to love him and accept him for who he now is, while others still see the man who killed Cayde. But he's an entirely new man, and we shouldn't hold him accountable for what he did in his past life. The Awoken have some fascinating folklore, which only adds to the depth of the game's history and lore. Personally, I'm excited to see what role the Queen will play in the future, because I think it'll be a big one. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.